I saw F9 with a bunch of friends. We go out into the lobby. You're the talk of the lobby. You were such a breakout in this movie. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty, excited, pretty relieved that kind of it's now out there for the world to see. But yeah, I think excited more than anything with today, being the day it comes out, it launches in North America. So it's really exciting.
Who drives like a bat out of hell?
A Torretto.
Exactly. Let's go.
Walk me through finding out you got the part in F9. What was that day like?
It was a crazy day. I had lost my cell phone. It had just disappeared. I still, haven't found it, and it was like 2 years ago. I was in the airport going from Germany to France. And I realized I didn't have my phone, and I was stressing about it, where is it? I needed to, be with my phone, because I was kind of expecting a call, either a yes or no from, the agents. And it had been 2 weeks since my final audition in London. I was waiting for the news, and then, my phone got lost. And so I was having to log into other people's phones and keep in touch, email. Eventually my manager's like, man, what's the hotel room number you're in? And I gave him the details, and then the phone rings. It's probably like 2 a.m. And they delivered the good news. I was so excited. I think I was like speechless. I think I was, cursing a few times. And then I ordered a Corona from room service and sipped on that thing and enjoyed it.
Yes! How many Coronas have you cracked since getting this role?
A few Coronas.
I like to play drinking games to movies, and one of mine for the Fast Saga is anytime you see a Corona, that's one of the rules.
They're the word family.
Yes, that's one of the rules too.
I've heard of this game.
You always say never turn your back on family, but you turned your back on me.
What does it mean to you to be a part of this saga? It's such a huge franchise.
It's such a huge franchise, and a whole generation of fans that have grown up with this series, like me as well. I think the first one came out when I was maybe like 9 years old. It's such an honor to kind of join this family, and it really is a family. You feel that energy once you come onto set, that these veterans of the franchise, they really welcomed me with open arms. And it's been amazing so far.
You film a lot of your stuff separately from the rest of the cast. So did you get to interact with the cast a lot during filming, or what types of interactions did you have with them?
Not really. There wasn't much, because like you said, our stuff was all filmed separately. And so I would, see maybe a few of the original cast kind of on set, just kind of walking by, but I wouldn't get a chance to say hello. I kind of expected Vin to kind of call me up as soon as I got the part, to be like, look, I need you to be around me at all times, to come and, just watch me do life and, learn mannerisms or whatever, or, any of that stuff. But, him and Justin were pretty hands off with what they expected of me, and kind of trusted me to do my own thing, which was, it's a really, I take my hats up to them for being so trusting in their process.
Crank it all the way up.
Did you study his style of acting at all and take away anything from that playing Dom?
I studied everything I could find. I rummaged through YouTube, looked for, there was a short film that he did called Multifacial, it's a really good short film. And I, watched that many times, because he's much younger there. And I would look all over the place for any kind of, small little chunks of him when he was, younger, and to kind of watch his little nuances and mannerisms.
Who says heroes don't have a soft side?
Just saw this headline actually before we jumped on here, that he wants to do a Fast and Furious musical.
Oh, yeah.
Are you in? How are your singing and dancing skills?
My singing is awful. I can tell you that right now. It's absolutely terrible. But I've heard anyone can learn how to sing. So if that's a thing that he wants to do, then I'll definitely start taking some singing lessons today.
Do you think there's a world where we could get another type of prequel with young Dom? And what would you want that to explore?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I would gladly do something like that. I think that there's, much more that we could explore, possibly, how this young man who's kind of just got out of prison, how he kind of becomes the king of the streets that we know, in the first movie, and how climb to the top was for him, and you know, all of the dynamic with the old members of the crew, you know, Letty and the others like that.
The Fast franchise has so much fandom surrounding it. It has a big fan base. What are some of your favorite fandoms? Do you have anything, like if there was a convention, you would be there?
Star Wars, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Comic-Con.
Have you been?
I've been once before, but I didn't manage to kind of catch much at all. Kind of spend the time kind of just like walking around San Diego. I'd never been there before. And I really checked the city out, but it was really cool to see because, you know, it's full of craziest dress ups and cosplay, I think they call it. But yeah, people really go all out on that thing, and it's really cool to see.
Let's say you have to cosplay, but you can cosplay as whoever you want. Who would you cosplay as?
Kylo Ren. He's got one of the most badass like outfits that I've seen, you know, like especially in Star Wars, but that mask and the, you know, the cape and that crazy cool lightsaber, I think I would love to do a Kylo Ren cosplay for sure.
How old were you when you started acting? What got you into acting in the first place?
I guess I've kind of always been an actor in a way. You know, as a kid, I would pretend to be dead in the car once we got home, so my mum would carry me inside. And then, you know, I would do like, you know, school productions every now and then. And then it wasn't until like my last few years of high school that I thought, you know, it was something that I still enjoyed. And it wasn't until my senior year really until I considered that it could be something that I could pursue professionally. And, you know, I was encouraged by, you know, some really good mentors, and, you know, my drama teacher for one. He really pushed me to kind of see the potential of this thing. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I did, and still going.
I love that you pretended to be dead in the car, not asleep.
Well, that was new.
This is my leg.
What is your dream role?
To me, it's more about, you know, story, and if it's, you know, if it's the right story, and, you know, there's a role that kind of, you know, allows some kind of some really cool kind of character exploration, and to kind of see where it all kind of fits into it. If I've, you know, got that responsibility to kind of help push the story along, but in a unique way, and a way that's kind of my own way, that's, I guess, you know, it doesn't really matter, but, you know, if the story, to me, the story comes first.
Do you have a dream co-star?
You know, like, obviously some of the, you know, the legends, Denzel Washington, Al Pacino, Benicio del Toro. I'm really loving what Zendaya's been doing at the moment. She's been making some really cool decisions with her projects. I think she'd be great to work with as well.
When you're not working, what's your favorite thing to do?
Well, while I'm in, you know, LA, which I am right now, I you know, just do like the classic LA stuff. I like to, you know, go and get a burger. I'm such a fan of In-N-Out. Every time I come, I'm just like, can we please hit In-N-Out? And last night I had a 3x3 for the first time, and I inhaled that animal style. Oh, it was so good. But yeah, you know, other than that, you know, go to the beach and just hang out and enjoy this gorgeous weather here.
Big question for the fans. Do you have a significant other?
No, I don't.
Are you looking? Are you dating? What are you looking for?
I'm open to whatever. I'm just kind of cruising and, you know, seeing what happens right now.
If something comes along, great.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Are you on the apps?
No, I'm not on the apps. I'm too scared of putting myself on the apps. You know, like, there's a lot of vulnerability that comes with that. I mean, having a movie out that everyone's watching is, I mean, it's enough right now.
Not today.
Are you ready for the Vinnie Bennett fandom after this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely ready for it. It's been such a long time coming. I'm as ready as ever. But in terms of this project, it's been over 2 years since I first auditioned for this. And so I guess the character of Dom has been just on my mind, you know, since then. And before filming, I was just thinking about, you know, how I can portray this character and kind of step into those boots and hopefully do a good job. And then after we had wrapped, it was more about, you know, wondering how it was going to look, and, you know, leading up to the release, it was like just hoping that the fans would receive this character of the younger Dom well, because it's such a big responsibility and they're very big shoes to fill.
You absolutely crushed it. As soon as I watched this movie, I fired off an email being like, I want to talk to Vinnie Bennett. He is so good in this movie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're amazing.